Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video. Today, this is a very requested video. So the video I'm going to be doing today is rewriting season 7A. I think I'm just going to do season 7A because I haven't really written season 7B. I haven't really thought of that yet. But yeah, to be aware, there are a lot of clude scenes. Okay. So the first episode is the goodbye girl where Michelle leaves. This episode would be the same, apart from at the end I have added a little clue scene because I kind of wanted to I don't get why they didn't. I thought it would have been better if they actually spoke to each other before the audition like Riley and Alfie did season 4. So the conversation Cleo will be sat in the next seat saying how she's come to the next step because her old studio lost regionals and she wants to go to nationals. And that's her dream. And then Jude would notice Cleo. They'd start talking and then talk about the auditions and stuff. And then they'd wish each other good luck and shake their hand, and then that episode will be over. The comeback girl, that episode would be the same. I think I changed that one the least. So yeah, alternate universe. This episode would change, so everyone would be stretching. When Cleo sees Jude, she would walk over to her. Okay, so the auditions would stay the same. Then when it gets to choreo round, Jude would still mess up and be struggling. But Cleo and Jude would have another conversation, and Cleo would notice that something is up with Jude, and she would try and boost her confidence, but Jude doesn't want to ask for help. So this is kind of like a remake of the scene where Kenzie is teaching Jude the choreo, and she's just struggling and asks if she wants some help, and Jude denies it and doesn't accept it. But I've changed Kenzie for Cleo. And then later in the episode, when it comes to the choreo round, Jude would still really mess up, and in the end, instead of Cleo and Pete hugging, Cleo would tap Jude on the shoulder and would tell her that it's gonna be okay, don't worry about it. And then Cleo and Heath would still become the alternates. And then Ozzy isn't happy that Heath is on the team. Cleo is upset that Jude didn't make it, and she knows that Jude is such an amazing dancer. So that, I feel like they should have had, development. So, Cleo and Jude, they obviously needed more scenes. So then Cleo and Jude would have their little scene, and then Cleo would tell Jude that whatever happens, she will be there for her. Or something like that. And then at the end of the episode, Michelle would get dance captain instead of Summer. Summer would accept it. Michelle would be happy. So I think it's kind of better. I've changed a few of the plots. Definitely changing that finale when it comes to it. So the next episode is There's a Crowd. I don't really know what happened in this episode. Oh, I think that's where Finn, Piper and Amy were out. That would stay the same. But at the start of the episode, Jude would be doing a solo in Studio 1 and deciding whether she should take Cleo's advice and join B2. And Cleo would be watching Jude do her solo. And Jude and Cleo would have a little heart-to-heart. Heath and Ozzy would still have a dance battle and fight scene, but instead of Nick sorting it out, Izzy would step in and tell Ozzy to grow up and that they need to sort it out. And then Piper and Finn would be chatting and rehearsing, and they would both notice Amy and Henry getting close. And then the rest of the episode would stay the same. Okay, so good night and good luck. That is the episode where the power went out. This episode would stay the same, except the power wouldn't go out because of the storm and not Summer. Heath and Izzy would have their scene in Studio 1 and they start to bond instead of Lily and Vince and Ozzy in the locker room. Cleo would be on her phone trying to get signal, and Jude would come in and help her. And Jude would start to realise that she had feelings for Cleo, so she would do anything to spend more time with her. And then the power would come back on. Henry would still mess up the routine. Rochelle would get asked to pull him off the dance because someone was dance captain, but now Rochelle is dance captain. So yeah. So the next episode would stay the same, but Piper and Finn would tell Summer that they have seen Henry and Amy hanging out close together and that they could be more than friends. And Summer would get a little bit, tense about it. And then in Studio 1, Cleo would lead the beetroot rehearsal and Jude would still mess up and Jude would walk out. Cleo would be a bit upset because she thought her and Jude were starting to get on really well. Later on, Jude would go in to apologise to Cleo. Jude confesses about her dyslexia. Instead of Jude walking out, Cleo would be understanding and hug her and say that she will help her all she can, which makes Jude's feelings for Cleo become more stronger. And Cleo would also start to feel a connection with Jude. Later on, Summer would confront Henry and Amy, and Henry would break up with Summer and say that he doesn't think it's working. And then that's where the episode would end. And then A Star Is Born, this episode would be the same, but when A-Troop get called, they are going to be on Dance Mania. Cleo starts to question whether she really wants to go to Dance Mania or if she wants to go to Nationals. Cleo performs a solo and Jude would walk in. Jude would talk to Cleo and Cleo would tell Jude what she's feeling. Jude tells Cleo to do what's best for her and not for anyone else. Cleo takes Jude's advice and decides that she doesn't want to be on A-Troop anymore. And then it would still be awkward between Henry and Summer as well, to just break up. And then the bicycle thief. In this episode, a few things would change. Instead of Finn and Amy going on a date, Finn and Piper would go on a date, and Piper would realise that she likes Finn. Cleo would still be thinking whether she wants to leave A-Troop and go to National. Cleo, this is the fun part. So, in season 5, obviously, Rochelle got a bunch of flowers from, I think it was Elliot. Yeah. So Cleo would get the same. So Cleo would go into a locker and find a bunch of flowers in a locker, and they would be from Jude. Cleo would feel really special, and Cleo confesses in a talking head that she likes Jude and she wants to tell her how she feels. And then Henry and Amy would also have some time together, and they would realise that they still have a spark together. So Henry asked Amy on a date, and then that would be the end of the episode. And then the fall of summer, this episode, Rochelle would make the choreo really hard for everyone, and A-Troop would always get frustrated, and I think that Rochelle is putting too much pressure on them. Rochelle would go in to talk to Summer and ask her for advice. Summer would tell Rochelle to make the choreo easier for them. Rochelle takes the advice. When A-Troop find out Summer gave Rochelle advice, she starts to question whether Rochelle should really be dance captain or whether it should be Summer. Instead of Summer and he talking in the Studio 1, or like Summer's like, oh, we never know, we might need you and stuff. And then Cleo would be telling Heath about her decision and saying that she has decided to leave A-Troop. So she don't really want to go to Dance Mania, so she asks Heath to take her spot. Cleo goes to tell Jude that she doesn't want to be a part of A-Troop anymore, and Jude is understanding and supports through it, and then that's it. And then the tale of two auditions. For this episode, instead of A-Troop all being mad at Summer not coming to the audition, Cleo would not turn up, and Heath would. But the thing is, even though Cleo would be an alternate, they'd still basically want her there because she's learning dance and everything. So that's why they would be mad at Cleo. and Heath would tell A troopers, oh, they're all shocked, but they want to focus on the audition as they go to Dance Mania audition. Michelle would still be dance captain right now, but the team are debating whether Summer should replace her. In Studio 1, Clea was just dancing on her own, and she wants to tell Jude that she has feelings for her, but she's scared that she would get her heart broken or something. When A-Troop get back from the audition, Clea walks in, and A-Troop walks out at her for betraying them and saying that she didn't deserve to be on A-Troop and all that. Then Jude would hear all this, and she would quickly stand up for Clea. Summer tells the team that they need to move on from it, and Clea deserves to be happy. The A-Troopers all understand, so then Henry tells Summer that he's been thinking that she should be dance captain. And Michelle hears. Michelle's a bit, she feels like a bit left out because all of her teammates want to replace her as dance captain. And then Summer would love to be a dance captain, but she doesn't want to lose the friendship she has with Michelle. So Summer turns dance captain down, which surprises Michelle. Later on, Henry and Amy would kiss out of nowhere. They would realise that they still love each other, so they would get back together. So there's no cheating so far. And then there can only be one. In this episode, A-Troop would realise that they'd got into Dance Mania and everyone would celebrate apart from Clea. Clea would feel lost and she doesn't know what she's going to do now. So she performed her comeback solo, yeah. And Jude would still walk in and tell her to join B-Troop and all that. Jude would then go into Nick and Emily and ask them whether B-Troop could go to Nationals since A-Troop are going to Dance Mania. Jude is only doing this for Clea though. Nick and Emily agree that it would be a good idea, so Nick and Emily think about it. Jude would go into Studio 1, find Clea and tell her that if you join B-Troop, there's still a way you can go to Nationals. And then Clea is a bit confused. And then Summer and Michelle would talk, and Michelle realises that Summer would be a better fit for dance captain than she would. Summer and Michelle would share a heart to heart with each other. Summer would say in her talking heads that Michelle has more heart than it seems sometimes, and then that would be the closing titles. And then it would go to season 7B, but I'm going to do that in another video, so hopefully you've enjoyed. There are more clue series coming up. I haven't actually started writing season 7B, so if you have any things that you want me to add into season 7B, what you think should have happened, then I will do that. Thanks for watching this video, hope you enjoyed, and yeah, see you in the next video.